So here are our suspenders. We can now let go of the belt. Yeah, the pants stay up. See, it feels totally and utterly comfortable. To make suspenders, I'm going to take this bicycle inner tube and I'm going to cut it on either side all the way along the edge like this. Then when we've cut it along the one edge, we're going to turn it over and going to cut it again along the other edge. So we divide this bicycle tube in half. So now we've divided this whole bicycle inner tube down its middle, and we are going to sand with some sandpaper the edges. So here is some contact adhesive in a little tin. I'm going to take some out. I see it's a clear contact adhesive. Put some on here and leave it to dry. This is for the 3 hooks that have to hook onto the pants. I'm going to put these little hooks that I made, and I'm going to fold them over like that so that the glue can stick to the hooks. So there's the one hook. Here would be the second one. Push the 2. And here is the third. So I've glued it on the inner side of the tube because that's the more untidy side. So there are our 3 hooks. The next thing I've got to do is these have got to go, they've got to hook from the back to the front. So I'm going to hook this to my belt, string it over the back, and then I've got to cut it off around about there. I'm going to cut it off here, and let's get both of them to be the same length. So here are 2 hooks. And there's the little bit for the back. So let's cut this one like that. So we got the 2 long ones that go over the shoulders, and then this back one attaches to the back. So the small hook, one at the back, has got to be glued on both sides. So I've glued it on this side and on that side. I'm going to let it dry for a few minutes. The long one, the one long one is glued on the top side. The other long one is glued on the bottom side. And when they've dried for 5 minutes, I'm going to then stick them together, and that's all there is to it. So let's take one of the long ones, and this is a long one with glue on its back. So we want it to branch gently like this. And then the other one, we want to branch gently like that. And if we push them all together, we now have a V that goes. So let's try and, so that's now glued together. Let's now try it on. This goes over the back like this. This attaches to one of these belt hooks like that. And then I'm hooking this onto the belt hook in front. Belt hook in front. So here are our suspenders. We can now let go of the belt. Yeah, the pants stay up. See, it feels totally and utterly comfortable. So I've released the belt that I made last time. I can't see whether that's twisted at the back. So here are we've got our hooks that hook onto the belt hooks. And it feels so utterly comfortable. Yeah, I'm super stoked and happy with it. As I say, I've released the belt. So there's the on that side, and then at the back. And as far as the shoulders are concerned, it's all flexible, feels great. So, very happy with the suspenders. Well, I'm off to hack alien vegetation in my new suspenders. Before I go, I just want to tell you of this new diet that I'm trying out, and you tell me what you think of it. Now, I mentioned it to someone who thought it was a real dumb idea, but this is the idea. So I make my food and I freeze it. And then, these are lovely fish cakes. I eat them frozen, but I wait for them to thaw. So I eat, this fish cake will last me 15 minutes or half an hour. That's how long it'll take it to thaw. And all the time I'm nibbling along the edges of it. So and I love these fish cakes. Wow, it's one of my favorite foods at the moment. So I get to taste that fish cake, which would have normally gone in half a minute, over a period of 15 minutes to half an hour. As it's slowly thawing, I'm tasting and savoring every morsel of it. I just love that. It just takes so long to eat something that that you kind of feel you've had a lot of food because it's taken so long. And then for dessert, this is what I've got. These are pieces of frozen watermelon. So I'm doing the same thing. So a piece of watermelon will take a few minutes to thaw in your mouth. And all the time, now I could eat this amount of watermelon in 1 or 2 minutes. But with it frozen like this, even this one piece, and I can taste every bit of flavor of this watermelon. This little piece of watermelon is going to take me a minute or two. So throughout the day, I'm just snacking on a piece of watermelon here, a little bit of fish cake there. And because it takes so long and you get to savor the food, it's like something you enjoy doing, eating. You're just taking so long over it. I think it's just a wonderful idea to prolong the enjoyment of something. Now, this person I mentioned to said, no, a dog who gulps down at food, it loves that chunk of meat just going down, boom, 1 second later. I said, but I've never tasted that food. So I personally love this diet whereby I'm just slowly eating frozen food. And yeah, you actually, by the time you finished eating a few pieces, you're kind of tired of it. Or let's say you feel full, you feel satisfied. So anyway, you tell me what you think of that idea. So I'm off to hack. If I had a decent enough flask, I could put a few of these into the flask and keep them frozen, so that while I'm hacking, I have a snack. So this piece of watermelon is still thawing in my mouth. It's like sucking an ice cream. It's really delicious. Well, I'm back from an hour of hacking alien vegetation. I think this is the first time in my life I've worn suspenders. They worked absolutely perfectly. You can see I'm absolutely drenched in sweat, but they were so comfortable. They fine for hard work. I really like these suspenders, or what do they call them, braces or something elsewhere. So I think it's an absolutely great idea.